Okay, people, we are back again. Sorry for the delay. I don't have an excuse. I'm just lazy. But here we go. I'm gonna accept my first challenge. It's gonna be a 5-minute game. So let me just go for the first 5-minute game that I find. It's Mott. Judging from the profile picture, that's me from Turkey. And there we go. Move 1, e4. I'm going to go d5. Now, after ed5, I'm going to go knight f6. Sacrificing a pawn in case white had gone bishop b5 or c4. Now, after my opponent takes sorry, just lets me take on d5, like it's usually fine in this way. And c5, this does not allow white to put the pawn on d4. So in general, I think black's pretty happy with this. Could have gone c4 while I had the chance. I elected not to. Yeah, here's the question whether I want to go for g6 or for e6 or e5. e5 feels a bit funky. White may then go f4 maybe. Or even knight e2 and then... Let me just go e6. Trying to stifle the bishop on b3. Castles, 92, everything quite normal. I guess knight will go to g3 at some point. In general, a fairly equal position. Bishop f4 is interesting. Claiming that e5 is just a weakness, so that's worth provoking. Can also go knight d5, provoking in the exchange, but it feels like those positions will be a bit sterile. So I'll just go bishop d7. Not an impressive developing move by any means, but it seems reasonable enough. And knight g3. Very logical, but now I use the chance to get a tempo for bishop for knight d4 now. After bishop a2, I'm going to deploy my bishop quite nicely on c6. Now it feels like I've achieved a fair bit, and I should have a somewhat better position. Now, after knight e2, knight d5 comes with tempo, attacking the bishop on f4. Bishop d2 might happen, or bishop e3. I think I'm fairly happy just to chop that one off on e3. Don't love having to exchange the other knight, but still I've got the bishop pair and there are no weaknesses in my position, so I should be doing fairly well. Now b4, that seems weird. Seems to be a free pawn to me, and when I see free pawns being offered, I take them. Otherwise, my opponent had played a very good game so far. Now it seems that I'm doing well. c4, that's logical. I think I'll just go a5. I could go bishop c3, rook moves, and then b4. But then my opponent would have maybe have some counterplay with d4 and those pawns moving forward. So I'm just going to keep it simple. Rook d1. You know what? Now that my pawn is one square further advanced, I'm just gonna go for bishop c3. Now b4, a4, b3. It's hopefully gonna be fairly quick. And I think after cb5, bishop a1, bc6, bishop moves back to, let's say, e5, I don't think my opponent will have enough for the exchange. Yeah, there were some tactics there, like knight e4 could be tried, queen c7 attacking c6 and h2. If then d4, I would take on h2, king h1 and take on c6. The point is that I'm attacking the knight on e4. And yeah, in case of queen f3, I could go, yeah, I missed queen f3, whatever. We'll just follow the game instead. Yeah, there were some lines there like d5 in that case, ed5, bishop d5, queen h6. I mean, for black, maybe queen f3 there could have fallen on. Here also queen f3 seems a reasonable option. And yeah, my opponent is definitely fighting well. e4 would threaten to establish two passed pawns, but then I could just take on c6, so that was not an option. Here after rook b1, I think I just invite the exchange of rooks. And all of these exchanges should just, should in general just lead me closer to victory. Probably gonna threaten mate now somehow, in lack of a better thing to do with queen e4, queen h3. So I'm obviously just gonna protect with g6, and that's gonna be pretty much game over. Queen f3 back. Now we go rook b8, attacking the bishop. If bishop a2, there's rook b2, and yeah, this is going to be over. Well played game by my opponent, but in the end, I think move 17 b4 was the culprit, giving away a pawn for no apparent reason. Apart from that, my opponent played very, very well. So now bishop is lost, and there we go. Okay, thank you, and we will find another challenge.